Welcome back. This is Fred, and today we're doing a Survive Bro tip number two. This one is how to filter and purify your water if you're in a survival situation. So, whether you're out camping, you get lost in the woods, we have a natural disaster, power goes out, the grid goes out for whatever reason, you are able to purify and filter your water so that it's drinkable. And that's what we're going to cover in this video. So here we go. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is filtering your water from toxins. If you're out in the woods, if you're camping, um, you get lost in the woods and you're in a survival situation, you may want to have a maybe a snack-sized bag of activated charcoal. Now, you can make your own activated charcoal by burning a hard wood at a very high temperature. And if you've ever seen a campfire or a firebox in a smoker, any leftover wood that didn't completely burn out is just black wood. That is the charcoal. That's the activated charcoal because that wood burned at a very high temperature, and you can actually use that for filtering your water. Charcoal is used to remove toxins from a body. You can use that to take out any high metals, um, anything that is not good for your body. That has chemicals in it and you want to remove them, you can use activated water that is filtered through activated charcoal. And the you'll even find activated charcoal in, like I said, the water systems, the water connections that you put on your faucet, the filters, the ones you put in your refrigerator, even the Keurig coffee machines, those little filters, those have charcoal in them, activated charcoal in them. So the you can buy it at the store or make it. Now, if you buy it at a store, be sure that it is the only ingredient is activated charcoal. Now, I went to Home Depot and I found this one. I found this one at Home Depot. Okay, it's Jealous Devil Chunks Extra Large Lump Charcoal. And the reason I got this one is because the ingredient, and it'll tell you on the bag, the ingredients are hardwood lump charcoal. That's it. That's all it has. Don't use the briquettes. The charcoal briquettes that you use for barbecuing, don't use those. Those have chemicals in them. Yes, it has charcoal, but it also has other things that are not healthy for you. So be sure if you buy it, make sure the only ingredient in that hardwood lump charcoal is wood, and that's it. So that's what we have in this bag here. So what we're going to do is I took a Sprite bottle. It's the 16.9 ounce Sprite bottle. And I like to use this one because it has the dimple. You'll see the dimple. And where I cut it is above this dimple, the one at the highest point in the bottle. Cut right above that all the way across. Okay, and what you'll end up with is this. Okay, here's the dimple, the very top. And then this is that flat section. And the reason I like to do it this way is because they'll fit, the dimple section will go perfectly inside that flat section, and it makes it more compact. And then you can put your activated charcoal in a bag inside of this, and you can also put a coffee filter because we'll need a coffee filter for what we're going to do. So maybe put a few coffee filters in there when you package it up and stick it in your backpack. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to put the coffee filter in just like this. Okay, We're going to put the charcoal inside of this. And I'm going to just do this just so I can hold it while I'm doing this. Okay, so you don't need a whole lot in there, just to make sure that it covers the bottom part of the filter. Okay, maybe something like this. All right. And of course, when you buy that bag of charcoal, if you buy it and not make it yourself, grind it up into smaller sections, just like this. Okay, maybe even a powder form is good, but it's okay if you have bigger chunks like these, right? It's okay if you have those. It'll still absorb the toxins. Okay, so when you're out there, and then we can just take this off. So when you're out there and you get water, now this is only to purify. I'm sorry, this is only to filter from toxins and other particles from directly from a stream, a river, or a lake. Okay, it's not going to purify the water. At this point, we just want to remove as many toxins as we can, and also any of the big particles that are in the water when you scoop it out. Okay, so this would be the water, and just know that when it first goes through this filter, the water is going to come out a little dark, and it's because of the charcoal. So you'll have to run some water through it a few times until it clears up, and then we'll be good to go. All right, so you can see how quickly it's filtering through there. Just like when you buy a filter, a new filter for your Keurig coffee machine, or the refrigerator, or even your sink faucet, when the connection with the filter system on it, it always tells you to run the water through 60 seconds, maybe some 90 seconds, to get all of this, that discoloration from the activated charcoal, to get it out and through the system. So if you're ever out in the woods and you come across, you're in a situation where you have to remove toxins, or just to be safe, to remove toxins from the water because you're not sure, then yeah, just run it through a few times if you're not comfortable drinking it like this. Okay, so once it does that, once you run it through and it starts coming out clear, then we're at the step where we can purify it. Now, at this point, yes, we made it much safer to drink, but it's not 100% safe at this point. If you're getting the water directly from a lake or a river, it might be, if it's clear running water, it might be safe, but if you want to be 100% sure, which I would do, is I would run it through this activated charcoal filter that we just created. Okay? So then, what I'm going to do next is show you different methods for purifying once we run it through this filter. So stay tuned. So in the charcoal activated filter that we made, we ended up with, of course, the bottle, right? We cut it right here above the dimple. And inside of this, what we're going to put is coffee filters, right? We're going to put those in here. We also have the snack size bag of charcoal. Okay. That'll fit perfectly inside here. Okay. And you can seal it up. You put the dimple side or part of the bottle inside the other piece, and you squeeze it together, and there we go. This is our charcoal activated filter kit. So, and it not only does that, not only does it filter out some metals like iron, small amounts of iron, mercury, and copper, but multiple other chemicals that might be found in the water, toxins. And I did have them listed in the video, so you can go back and watch those, get a list of those toxins and the metals. So there we go. Now, there are methods for purifying the water. Of course, you have the bleach. You can do 2 drops of bleach for every quart. So, for every gallon, there are 4 quarts in a gallon. So, for every gallon, you would have 8 drops of bleach. Now, once you put the drops in the water, whether it's a 1 quart or gallon, whatever you're using, just make sure it is those amounts, 2 drops for every quart. Seal it and shake it up and let it sit for 30 minutes. And it'll be safe to drink after that. Now, if the water that you're trying to purify with the bleach, if it's cloudy, if it's discolored, if it's very cold for whatever reason, maybe you're up in the mountains, I don't know. But if the water's very cold, you should double the amount of bleach. So it would be 4 drops for every quart. So 16 drops for every gallon in that situation. Another method, of course, is that tried and true method of boiling. Boil the water. You should bring the water to a rolling boil for 1 minute. Me personally, I would do 2 minutes just to be safe. But if you're 6,500 feet or lower in elevation, it's 1 minute boiling. But if you're above 6,500 feet, the rule is boil it for 3 minutes. So, me, again, I would do 4 minutes if I was in that situation. But that will definitely do the trick as well. There are other methods for disinfecting or purifying water. You can buy tablets that you can throw in. I've seen some that are multi-step. I have a kit where I can purify water with tablets. It'll do 25 quarts with the 2 jars that I have. But you have to, it is, you have to follow so many different steps just to get to the point to purify it. Like the one that I have, it's called Potable Aqua, I think it's called. 2 separate jars. You have to add for 1 quart of water, drop 2 tablets in the container. y- After you drop the tablets, you have to leave the lid of the container loose for 5 minutes. I guess it creates some kind of a gas so the gas can escape. And after 5 minutes, you cover it up and you shake it and you let it sit for 30 minutes, minimum 30 minutes. So altogether, 35 minutes so far. And then the next step after that is you have to add 2 tablets to the from the second jar and let it sit for an additional 3 minutes. So altogether, you're looking at 38 minutes total before you can drink it. Now I guess that's a good method if you already have water that you can drink and you want to prepare this one for longer term storage, then that's fine too. But you can find different methods for purifying the water. I think the best 2 options are the bleach and the boiling. So again, if you guys have any questions, any comments you want to add to that, if there's something that I missed or something else that I should have mentioned as far as purifying water, by all means, send a comment. And this concludes Survive Bro tip number 2, how to filter and purify your water. And if you haven't already done so, please check out my other show. It's On Your Mark, Get Set, Bro. So I'm trying to build my membership. So if you can subscribe to that, hit that like button, that notification bell, it would help tremendously. So until then, we will see you guys next time. Thank you.